I remember when SpongeBob SquarePants was smart. Now, when I say smart, I don't mean genius, scholar, the most intelligent mind ever. No, I just mean, basic smartness. I was about to say human smartness, but he's not a human. Anyways, back on topic. He was never really supposed to be as stupid as Patrick. Yet lately in episodes, they've been making it seem as though they're on the same mind length, if you know what I mean. Episodes like Doodle Dimension, where SpongeBob pressed a bunch of those buttons that he was told not to press, when that seems more of a Patrick thing to do. Those are episodes that make you think, what is going on here? And there are several other examples that I'm just not going to fit into this opening context here. My basic point is this. In newer episodes, SpongeBob has been written to be more like Patrick, and I have not liked that. But, in the newest episode, the one I'm reviewing tonight, he's starting to show signs of smartness again. Okay, perfect podcast show, let's go!
Good evening, YouTube! Welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show! Tonight, the SpongeBob reviews begin! We get incredibly sidetracked, and Pie Guy Rules is going to be taken down! We hope. I'm Jeff the Shark, and I still use VHS tapes! And now, here's your host, it's Pikachu Allspark!
Keep shouting to the listening buddy, go! Build it up! You got absolutely nothing. It's either.
Welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show. I am your host, the king of YouTube, Pikachu Allspark. Yes, this is another episode of the podcast. We're back for another week here. And tonight, it is all about one thing and one thing only. Mainly because I couldn't think of any other topics to talk about, so we're getting into the main thing. It is a review of the newest episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, newest when I'm recording this. Well, actually, I'm going to release this on. It is a review of the newest episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, The Nitwitting. Now, again, they did this episode at a time that I really did not want them to do it at. And I'm not talking about, when the episode aired and some sort of blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not talking about any social issues or nothing. I don't give a fuck about that kind of thing. What I'm talking about is the fact that this episode aired at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. I don't like being awake at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. You know what most people are doing at 10 a.m. on a Sunday? They're sleeping. That's what most people are doing. And, it's really not that much of a problem, but it's still something that I don't like. Now, if this was a Saturday, I'd kind of have no problem with it. I really don't have a problem waking up that early on a Saturday. But on a Sunday? No. Sundays are supposed to be days where you just, relax. After doing things every other day of the week. But having to get up super early on a Sunday for 11 minutes of a SpongeBob episode, it's worth it, but I'm starting to wonder how worth it actually is. But that's not the main focus of this podcast. The main focus is taking down Pie Guy Rules, and we're going to do that by reviewing SpongeBob one episode at a time as they come out from now until I stop doing it, which I'm not going to. So, let's get started with this episode. The episode we're talking about shows SpongeBob being taken to Patrick's Idiot Club. He's got a bunch of characters a bunch of characters we've never seen on screen, and one that we have seen before, because I'm pretty sure that other starfish dude was the guy from the Patrick's Coupon episode. I gotta admit, I don't really remember that episode too often. I haven't seen it as much as I've seen the other ones. They don't show it on TV that much, and a thing with me is, I either... Stop meowing, cat. I either see it on TV, or I don't see it. That's kind of how things go for me. Like, I know I could just go online, watch any episode of anything I want ever, but I kind of don't do that. Because I've got a TV, TVs play reruns all day, and you know, if I can watch something on the TV as it's happening live, that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't just, you know, record this episode and watch it later in the day, because I wouldn't. Like, I just wouldn't get around to doing that. I'm more comfortable watching things live. I enjoy the experience of it more. All these, like, Netflixes and Hulus, there's no way I could possibly get into those kind of things. We are off topic. Let's get back on topic. Yes, this episode had a lot of stuff I did. A lot of stuff I liked, well, actually, I don't know if it had a lot of stuff I liked in it. I can't really tell if I liked the things or not. This is one of those just strange episodes where, you know, a few things made me laugh, and there was some stuff I wasn't that into as well. I don't think they really overdid it with the animation this time around, so that's a good thing. I've been feeling like they've been overdoing it with the animation recently. It's been, like, very cartoony, and while SpongeBob wasn't always, you know, just... While SpongeBob's animation has always had movement to it, it's never been just, you know, whoa, wacky, everything's always moving around. It wasn't always that. And I don't like that it's turning into that. Because that was just never what SpongeBob was. Again, tangent. Let's try to get back on topic. So this episode, it begins with SpongeBob getting taken to Patrick's Idiot Club. At one point he drinks their drool. I didn't need to see that. I really didn't. Also, it seems like they're operating under the... Now, it's weird. These smart people go into Patrick's club there, and they take their brains out and leave them at the door. As soon as they take out their brain, they get insanely just stupid. But when SpongeBob does this, he's still the same. Like, he doesn't get overly stupid. Like, he shows it at first, but it doesn't stick. He just, you know, stays the same amount of intelligence, I guess. And I mentioned this drinking all of their drool thing. You know, right after that, they did a lemonade stand joke, which I found myself laughing at. That was a good joke. So I'll give that to them. Okay, I'm going to be really honest here. It is Tuesday night. I watched this once at 10 a.m. on Sunday. I'm struggling to remember stuff. Something I didn't understand in the episode, at one point, they're driving around town in these mini boats, and they're knocking parking meters off their sticks, and for some reason SpongeBob is replacing these with bowls of soup? What even the fuck was that about? I was so confused when seeing that. Like, is that a stupid thing? Is that something stupid people do? Because I don't think that's something stupid people do, if we're being quite honest here. The later part of the episode shows SpongeBob about to succumb to total stupidness, but, you know, he doesn't. And this is just, like, something that happens, like, there's, like, 1 minute of this, and then he's knocked back into his normal smartness. Well, as smart as the modern version of this character can be. Like, I don't get why they included that if it wasn't going to be that big of a conflict at all. Maybe just to fill the 11 minutes, which you shouldn't be struggling to fill 11 minutes. And the end of the episode shows Sandy cleaning up all of the idiot's mess. And, yeah, I can't remember the rest. I'm pretty sure that's all. I don't remember the big end joke. and that's really something I should have remembered. But, yeah. I don't know what to think about this one. I really don't. I just gave you the best summary that I can remember of the episode, and maybe I should have watched it more. And I was kind of planning to watch it more, but, I've had so many delays with things on my YouTube channel, and I just want to get stuff out now. I want to make things, and I don't want to delay anything anymore. I just want to make things and show them to people. Hence why this podcast is happening right now. So, since I don't really know what to think of the episode, I suppose on a scale of 1 to 10, I guess I'd put it right there at halfway at 5. Simply because I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. It's kind of just an episode that I'm kind of neutral on, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I don't have much to say about this one. I wish it had been more entertaining, I guess. They could have made it better, I guess. I don't know how they could have made an episode with this premise really better. Honestly, I wouldn't have been happy to see SpongeBob just turn into a complete and total retard. But then again, how else would you make the episode something people would watch? I think it wouldn't really work as anything other than what it is, and what it is, it's something that won't bore you, I guess. It's got enough things in it to where it can catch your interest for 11 minutes, I suppose. And I guess that's my opinion of the episode. Would I recommend watching it? Yes, I would. I would recommend watching any SpongeBob episode, except for Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful, and A Pal for Gary. More A Pal for Gary than the first one, because A Pal for Gary was the worst episode of SpongeBob SquarePants ever, and I have not watched it in years. But I also didn't like Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful because of all the, garbage. Garbage-themed episodes. Those aren't my thing, Don't make an entire episode of SpongeBob about garbage. Or gross things. Don't put gross things in SpongeBob. Whoever has the idea to put gross things in a cartoon at all needs to be drug out into the street and shot. I don't want to see gross things when I'm watching cartoons. Or when I'm watching TV. I don't want to see gross things in general, basically. Like, that should just be a rule. Don't fucking show me gross things. And, yeah. I guess that's all I have to say tonight on the Perfect Podcast Show. You can follow me on Twitter at Pikachu Allspark, and my second channel, of course, at Pikachu Allspark TV. And, until next week, all hail the king.